Now, more than 3 years after that fateful night, Jason Ravnsborg's future will be in the hands of the state Supreme Court.
Now, on Wednesday, the justices will hear arguments to determine whether the former attorney general should temporarily lose his law license. KELOLAND's Julia Lynn has details on why the state bar is taking action.
The state bar's disciplinary board filed recommendations to the Supreme Court in May of 2023, stating Ravnsborg should get his law license suspended for a little over 2 years. The reason behind the recommendation stems from his actions while serving as the Attorney General from 2018 until he was impeached in 2022. Jason Ravnsborg was the first Attorney General impeached in state history. He was elected in 2018 and removed from office in 2022, ultimately for killing 55-year-old Joe Beaver by hitting him with his car in 2020. Now the Disciplinary Board of South Dakota State Bar recommends his law license be suspended for 26 months. Documents filed with the Supreme Court say Ravnsborg violated Rule 8.4 of the Rules of Professional Conduct during his time as Attorney General. Those violations include telling officers who stopped him for traffic offenses that he was the Attorney General. Here's an example.
I'm also the Attorney General in South Dakota.
Secondly, the board says Ravnsborg failed to accept responsibility for his conduct in killing Beaver and the detrimental impact it had on the legal profession. Finally, the board says Ravnsborg was more concerned about the impact on his political and military careers than he was about the victim. However, this isn't the first time the recommendations have been looked at. Retired Minnehaha County Judge Bradley Zell heard the testimony from Ravnsborg and the board on November 13, 2023. Zell concluded Ravnsborg only violated one of the rules the board is claiming, and that's when he told officers and a 911 operator he was the Attorney General.
Allie, I'm the Attorney General, and I don't know, I hit something.
During the hearing, Ravnsborg stated the quote, "Didn't get a course on etiquette about when you are supposed to say you are the Attorney General and when you are not. It is just who I was at the time. It was more of an identifier. Not that I was trying to gain favor for it. It's just this is who I am." Now, it's up to the Supreme Court to decide what happens next. The hearing is Wednesday morning at the state capitol. From investigation interviews to the impeachment, and tonight's Eye on KELOLAND will take a closer look at the events leading up to this week's hearing.